Hey guys, welcome. I'll give it a minute for people to join. It's not even up on my page yet, so there we go. Finally showed up on my page. Alright, so let me just grab this URL so I can share it. And we will get started. Oh my god, you don't want to know what I did. Oh, you don't want to know what I did. But let's focus on the air build. I'll tell you what I did. But holy moly, you do not want to know what I did. But we'll see. We'll show you. Guys, you'll see I'm getting much faster at this sharing thing. Because now I just open it, one in every tab, paste it, hit post, and move on to the next tab. I should actually have hit like the start discussion or write something and have that open already. And that would even save me one extra click per page. That'd be like an extra 4 or 5 seconds probably. But anyway, oh my god, you guys don't want to know, but it's bittersweet because I just got news like 5 minutes ago and it's freaking incredible. And I was on the phone for about an hour with Guppy Train this morning too. Today was a very good fish day. But we'll talk about that in a second once a few more people get here. And then I will show you what I did wrong. And you will hear what is going to happen. What up, V-Stag? First one here, man. Welcome, welcome. I should have got a drink. I'm going to go over here. I'll take you with me. Since you're the only one here, I don't want to leave you by yourself. I got a little thing of water over here. These just little guys. They're normally for my daughter, but I'm going to steal one. Because I am thirsty and I don't feel like walking in the house to get one. 4 people here now, so a couple more people came in. None of them talking though, so I don't know who they are. But welcome, welcome, welcome. So we're going to get started on this air build, I think, unless I should share the news with you guys already. V-Stag, do you want to know the news? Oh, man. It's so bad. Hey, Dean, how are you? What's up, Fish Fam? Oh, man. Let's, you guys want to go see what my big mistake is? I could give you a sneak preview. Let's go see real quick. And then we'll get started on this build here. But yeah, my big mistake involves the blue Moscow guppies. And V-Stag, I'm taking you down to the fish room to show you. And you're not going to like it. Because I don't like it. I should probably turn the light on so I don't fall. Oh, this is so bad. I don't even want to turn this corner. Hey, Ray Ray. Oh, man, I don't want to turn the corner. I'm going to leave the camera on me for a minute. I'm turning the corner. I'm in the fish room. I'm going to show you. Did you see that? That was that big buried female. Did you see every snail in here is dead? Did you see the other female over there dead? And the male there dead. And I picked one male out already before I thought to put it on YouTube and show you guys. He's in the garbage over here somewhere. I'm not going to dig him out. But oh my god, the blue Moscow guppies are gone. But luckily Hungtron, the breeder, I sent him a message and told him what happened, even though I didn't tell you guys what happened yet. So this is what happened. I noticed on one of the females, must not have been her because she doesn't have it on her right now. So I'm going to have to check out that one in back over there. But on one of the females, I noticed right around the mouth and gill area, there was a little bit of like a white fuzz, kind of like you see when they cut each other, or when they cut, like get a cut or something. So I'm thinking that one of the guppies, right after I got them in here, might have cut themselves on one of these rocks here. And then when I got up the next morning, they were all acting perfectly fine and healthy and doing great. But I noticed that white fuzz, so I was like, oh, I'll go ahead and treat them with Paragard, you know. And I'm not familiar with this stuff, but I bought it for my shrimp in case I ever needed it, because it's one of the few things you hear that's actually shrimp safe, even though it says on here not to use it with invertebrates. But you could use it at half strength. But I read the use 5 mils for every 10 gallons. And in my head, I had, alright, shrimp, use half of it. And then somehow I got confused and I thought that the 5 mils was half. So I ended up double dosing this tank. I'm not completely sure that's what happened, but that's the only thing I could think that happened in my head, because Paragard's generally a pretty mild treatment. So, and I used a 10 millimeter syringe, and now thinking back on it, I'm like, I definitely double dosed the tank. But anyway, back to Hung Tran. He, when I messaged him and said, hey, do you have another trio, because I accidentally overdosed the tank with Paragard because I saw a little bit of white fuzz, and he was like, was the white fuzz from the shipping? And I was like, I don't think so. I'd have to go back and watch the video, because obviously I did the live stream on it, so it's recorded. But I was like, I don't know, I'd have to go back and watch to see if I saw it or not. But it looked like, it didn't really look like anything like that. It looked like a cut you'd get, like when a fish cuts itself, and then you see that little bit of a fuzz on there. In retrospect, I probably should have just pulled that one female out and treated her separately. But I don't have any tanks right now. I probably could have done it, set something up though, easily enough with all the stuff I have laying around here that use the same water as this tank, or at least a bubbler or something. But I'm so distraught over that, and now I gotta take him out of here. But anyway, he said just pay shipping and I'll send you another trio for free, because he said he has plenty of them and he knows what it can be to lose them. So even though it was completely my fault and nothing on him at all, the packaging was absolutely wonderful, like you've seen. I guarantee if I go back and I watch the video, I'm not going to see anything on either one of the females. They're probably going to look beautiful. I think they probably just cut themselves on one of these rocks. But anyway, you can see I got some pothos, or pothos, or I don't know how to say it. But it's this devil's ivory that Nisi linked to like a day or two ago. And I pretty much have it in almost every single one of my tank. These are the, oh man, I gotta stop knocking into this tank because I don't think the stand is super stable. I definitely want another stand. These are the other guppies I got from Hung. And oh my god, these, when I saw the picture, I was unsure of them, but they came on recommendation, so I went with them. And wow, I am so glad I did, because these are probably my favorite guppies now. They're amazing. I mean, I think they're even prettier than the red dragons I have upstairs. And speaking of the red dragons, Guppy Train called me this morning because I've been waiting on red dragons from him for a couple months now because he was having an issue with the breeder. But he had some fry that he was going to grow up, and then when those fry grew up and had fry of their own, he was going to send me the 2 trios that I ordered. But I was like, hey man, I actually came across another seller who had the red dragons on Aquabid, and I ended up picking them up real cheap for $5 a pair. These are platinum mosaic dragons, I believe. I'd have to go back and look. I just remember platinum mosaic now. But there's some fry in this tank, and there's only the females in here. These were $45 for a trio, and I lost the male. I lost both of the males, unfortunately, because that was my stupidity. I put them in the 55-gallon tank upstairs. When I set that tank up, I put the males in there before it was fully cycled. At least I think that's what happened. But they were doing perfectly fine in this tank with these females, and then I was like, oh, they're going to stress out the females. Let's get them in the other tank. It should be ready by now. And I tested the waters, and everything looked fine, but apparently everything wasn't fine. But even the females on these are gorgeous. So I'm sure, the males are beautiful too. You could go back and look at my unboxing video, and you'll see how much these females have colored up. So I couldn't even imagine what the males would look like. But there's some of that Pothos plant in here too. The Royal Blue Tiger tank. I got some of this Java moss out of the vase that was in my bathroom because it was getting too much algae on it. So I brought it in here. I don't know if the quality of the stream is shitty, but I shouldn't have said that. Whoops. But I don't know if the quality of the stream was bad. But one person's left, and I bet it's V-Stag. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to start my air build anyway. Even with no viewers, it's just you and me, V-Stag, if that's you still here. Alright, so now I really wish Nisi came. But I'm going to get started with the build, and we'll see where it goes. So, what I'm planning on doing, come on, tripod, do your tripod duty and hold the camera. Okay, so basically the way my air system is now, it's just one piece of PVC pipe that has holes in it, and I need a bigger air pump, and I don't think that pipe is going to be big enough, and I don't even know if this piping is going to be big enough, because that pump is huge. So basically what I'm going to do here is I built this little joint connector piece here, so when I go in the house and I take my other system off, the way my mat and filters are, is I'm scared that when I turn the pump off, the shrimp can climb behind the filter. So I want to have the pump off as least amount of time as possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the other air piece of PVC. It's on a screw thing, but I don't think that's going to be fast enough. So I'm just going to cut it with my cutting tool, stick it on here. Then I'm going to cut the bleed valve end, stick it on here after I get these all set up. And the way these are going to go on is there's going to be this for the top row, and then it's going to connect to that for the bottom row. And then from there I'm going to put, I have these gang valves that I bought that I'm only going to drill 2 holes in the middle of each of these, and then 2 holes on the end of these for the shrimp rack. And then the 2 in the middle here will be for the wood rack, and the 2 on the end of those will go to the shrimp rack. So let's get going. First thing I need to do is start drilling drilling the holes and get the pieces hot glued on, or should I get it together? Yeah, and that's the other thing is I can't put these together until we get into the basement because I have to build it around the wood rack. So basically I just want to get as much done out here as I can before I go inside and then have to turn off my air pump. I also decided to use hot glue instead of PVC stuff since I have to do the changeover so fast. I was worried about fumes and it not drying fast enough to get into the tank. So I'm going to use hot glue to seal it off, and then if there's any leaks I'll just seal it off. But that's it. I'm going to start now. The hot glue gun's over here, so I might as well bring the camera back. Bring the camera back over here. There's a few more people in here now. I don't know if they know about my big mistake, but I closed the chat. Back at it in the night. Yeah, what's up, Lucas? Yep, I'm always at night because, like I said, I gotta wait till the kids go to bed. Why are you guys looking up there? What's wrong with you? Why don't you turn around and watch me? Jeez. I think I'm doing this for my health or what? Okay, so I marked off the pieces and everything previously so you guys didn't have to watch me do all the boring measuring and stuff. But then I figured I was going to do pretty much half the project without anyone watching by the time I was done deciding what's boring or not, because I think that would be, a lot of this stuff would be boring to watch. But then again, my wife thinks everything I watch on YouTube is boring too, so. Right now I'm just going to put a hot glue and I'm capping off the end of one of the PVC pipes that I'm not going to use. I jammed that onto the ground. So now I'm just going to go around it and give it a little, make sure it's fully sealed around the whole perimeter of this. And this is high temp hot glue, like the good stuff, even though it's like in a pink glue gun. Nothing against pink. But yeah, if you try to use like the normal low temp, like just normal craft hot glue, it wouldn't hold the air pressure. There's no way in hell. Jeez, I need to watch my language. Bookshelf. I'm glad you're here. Just give me a chance to get these pieces together and drilled out. It should only take, I should probably only have about 5 minutes worth of work in the garage before we have to go in the basement, maybe 10. And then I'll show you, but I can tell you what happened. I overdosed medication on that blue Guppy tank that I showed yesterday, and they're all dead, long story short. But the seller, Hungtron, is so awesome that I told him that basically what happened, and I told him it wasn't his fault because the reason I medicated the tank in the first place was because it looked like one of the guppies cut itself on one of those rocks I had in there. So I don't think it was, it didn't look like anything that would have came. And I think between all the videoing I did and the unboxing and all the staring at it I did that night, I would have noticed before the next morning. So basically the next morning I woke up and I noticed a little bit of fuzz around the gills and mouth area on one of the females. And of course I panicked and didn't think, and I immediately grabbed my Paragard and quickly grabbed my syringe and just went at it, and I ended up double dosing the tank accidentally. So they all died, but the seller, Hung Tran, when I told him what happened, the only reason I told him what happened, it's not like I was fishing for more free guppies, but when I told him what happened, I asked him, I was like, hey, those were gorgeous. Like, can I order another trio? And he was just like, just pay me shipping and I'll ship them out next Monday. So, if anyone needs guppies, he's the man. HUNG space TRAN on Facebook. He's got good guppies. Oh, what was the mistake? What was the mistake? Someone just pinged me on Facebook and asked what the mistake was. So I'm going to say, click the link to watch and find out. Alright, so now I can't put the other piece together because I need to build it around the wooden rack. So I need to do that part downstairs, but what I can do is drill the holes that I'm going to need for the airline coming in. So there's two. This one's going to go on the wooden rack, but I'm also going to use it to power the rack I have, the metal rack that all the shrimp are on. And the way I'm going to do that is I bought these gang valves that are in like sets of 4 that take 2 airline coming in. So I'm going to cut 2 airline on the top and 2 airline on the bottom, so it has you'll see what I'm talking about when we get down there. It'll be quicker for me just to do this and then show you rather than talk about it. So I probably should have picked up the plastic little inserty things that I have no idea what they're called. So I need 8 of them total. And my original plan was just to keep drilling and do what I did last time with the PVC. But like it was a waste because now I have all those, I wasted basically all those air valves that weren't even getting used. So basically I have these little plastic, they're basically just connectors to connect one airline to another. Oh, so basically, Eamon, when I said click the video to watch and find out, he said it's just you holding a piece of PVC. That doesn't tell me anything. I double dosed Paragard on my Blue Moscow guppy tank that I just got the guppies like 2 days ago, and they all died. But the seller was nice enough when I contacted him to try to get some more guppies. He was nice enough to say just pay shipping and I will send you another trio. So he's the man. I probably should open my YouTube page so I can see who is here and what's going on in the chat. It might be a smart idea, but I wanted to keep working and get downstairs quick, so I closed it so I didn't get distracted, but now it's hard to work that way. It's distracting me. I need to know what's going on. Can you link to the seller? So many Hungtron on Facebook. Sure. Give me one reason. I actually think he had. Another angelfish guppy. I think was how I originally got a hold of him. But don't quote me on that. It might not be the same. Because I talked to so many different guppy people in the last couple of days. When I purchase things, I put a lot of research into, well, not all the time, but I try to. Let me message him and say, what's a link to get a hold of you if you need guppies? Not if you need guppies, if people need guppies. So I was just talking to him literally 5 minutes before I started this stream, so hopefully he's still around. So I'm gonna keep gluing. got distracted. Oh, I was going to go back to and see who's here. Nisi is not here yet, but I can't wait to spill the news anymore. Not like it's huge news. It took me 5 seconds, but I think she deserves it. So basically, I started a GoFundMe page for Nisi, just to give her a quick $100 for doing all her crazy, awesome moderation skills that she does for everyone. I was watching one of Dustin's Fish Tanks videos, and he made a comment, and he was like, "Hey Nisi, go grab me a link." And then I'm always in Flip Aquatics, where she's always posting links and stuff. So I made her a mod on my channel, like the first live stream I ever did, and she showed up. But I figure it's time she gets paid for her stuff. So everyone go to this website, if my tripod lets me get in here. GoFundMe.com/pay-nisi-for-her-crazy-mod-skills with a Z. We'll see if we can get enough money for her. But no one's contributed yet, but this was just the big announcement for it. So I'm hoping word spreads like fire, and people who have tons of subscribers like Rob and Dustin's Fish Tanks and like Aquarium Co-op, I'm hoping once they get word of it, it'll blow up. Hey Rob Hicks, I just watched one of your videos today. Which one was it? Did I leave a comment? I don't know if I commented. I usually commented, so I probably did left a comment. So right now I'm just hot gluing. Oh, perfect time to run out of the glue stick. I'm hot gluing the air, where that basically the air connector. So that when get in there, and then that's gonna make a nice, awesome, tight seal. And like I said, don't try this with low temp hot glue. Be a bad idea. But I'm putting 2 in over here for my shrimp, top row of my shrimp tank. So basically this is going to power these 2 holes. I'm hoping the airline's going to be thick enough. But I'm hoping these 2 holes are going to be able to power my cherry shrimp tank, my Taiwan bee tank, my yellow King Kong tank, and my orange eye red ghost tank. Awesome bookshelf. Thank you for that. Oh, that was the GoFundMe. Yep. That's awesome, awesome, awesome. So, but there's only 6 or 7 of you in right now, and I only have less than 500 subscribers. So the news is only going to travel so far with me. So I need you guys to share that, if it's going to succeed. And I need other big names in the fish industry to participate. We'll see what happens. And Nisi doesn't even know about this, so for all I know, she could get mad about it and be like, "Take it down." But I'm hoping she'd like it. Who'd get mad about raising $100? But we'll see. I hope it works out. Alright, so there's 2 in there. I need 2 in the middle. For the other tanks, the new tanks that I set up on the live stream a couple days ago. So those tanks are going to be powered by the gang valves as well. Oh wow, my brother just texted me and said, "Happy birthday, hope it's a great one." 34. Damn, you're old. It's my birthday tomorrow. Well, in like, what time is it? 11? In like an hour, I'll be 34. And I totally forgot. That's how busy I am. Awesome, TPK. Hey, and welcome. Thank you for sharing it. That's awesome. Oh, alright, I just made a mistake, guys. So, I already put the hot glue around the hole, and now the thing won't fit in there. So, always measure the hole, make sure it slides in there before you put the hot glue on. It's probably a good idea. Ooh, a little deep there. So, start gluing. And this plastic is, see, I don't know. I had to wait till that was almost dry, but not quite, because if I let that really dry, it wouldn't have came off very easily. Probably would have had to go get a razor blade. But that was perfect. I waited till like the perfect, little bit still stuck on there. But I also tried hot glue in my fish tank once. I tried to hot glue Java moss to like, I did it again, seriously. Tried to hot glue Java moss to a lava rock, and it killed all the moss, obviously, because it's super hot. Alright, so that one's done. 2 and 2, 2 there, 2 there. Next, so 4 more. And then we're ready for basement time, which makes me nervous because, is anyone here? 6 people. I don't know how many people were here last time I said it, but when I turn my air pump off, the shrimp have a chance of getting behind my matin filters. So I'm trying to do this switch very fast. Fits. Fits but snug. That's good fit. Okay. 1/5 funded. Does that mean you got a $20 donation? That's amazing. That is amazing. I was going to try to do this without contributing any myself, which sounds very selfish. But I wanted to just see how many people contributed. Because if I could, I would just do all 100 myself, you know. Not that I have that kind of money. That would be awesome. Maybe one day when I'm rich from the shrimp and biz. But not yet. But when I'm rich, Nisi can have all the free shrimp she wants from me. But she does a great job as moderating. It was just really funny when it was like 3 videos in a row that people made comments about her getting links and being very good. So I didn't realize she went to everyone's channel like that, although I should have. But I just started watching Dustin myself a couple days ago. I just subscribed. I didn't know he was a thing until I saw him do the video with Rob. So 2 down, 2 to go. This one's going faster. See, once I learn how to do things, I just kind of rinse and repeat. Like I just said, I'm just really hoping that the 2 airlines, I mean the pump's definitely powerful. The pump's definitely powerful enough, but I just don't know about the diameter of the airline tube. But it should be fine. It's what it gets shrunk down to eventually anyway, so. But I need these 2 that I'm putting in here to power 4. So the air that's coming out of this little diameter right here that I'm gluing in has to power 2 tanks per one of these. So it should be enough. They're only 10 gallons, but we'll see. So we're almost done here, and then the fun begins going in the basements and messing around with taking the other one apart. But first, I'm going to try to get this one put together, mounted, everything except for the bleed valve and the air intake. Because those are still, I'm reusing them from the old system, so those are still attached. So I basically want to try to get as much done up until that stage on this one before I disable that one. And that is going to be the plan. But 2 done, 2 done. I guess I could go show people my big mistake, because there's 10 people now, so there's definitely more people here than before. So that gives the hot, actually I'm not done hot gluing because I got to hot glue this elbow piece over here. So we'll go downstairs and show. I already, don't think I'm teasing you people with this. I've already showed it. So, is there bad lag? Is that really? I always get bad. I actually am going to set up a new router that's closer to this side of my house. Because I find myself, I'm usually recording in the basement over here or outside, which is all on this side of the house. So I'm going to set up a Wi-Fi extender. But this piece is the piece that is going to connect the other 2 pieces together that I just drilled. So I just want to hot glue them together real quick too. Get a quick little stream in here. Oh, make sure this is going the right way. Would be helpful. Okay. And then put a stream around the seam. And hot glue, you can go heavy as you want with it. That's what I like. Like super glue, if you use too much of it, it actually becomes less effective. And I always go heavy with it because I'm like, oh, I need a lot of it. And you really don't at all. But that's, you can't really see the glue. But that's that piece. And here's where the bleed valve and the air intake are going to come in. So that when I open the bleed valve, they can just go straight through and not even enter the system at all. I'm actually just going to glue the seams because I think the hot glue is starting to dry just a hair before I can slide the PVC in, and it actually, in some cases, is preventing me from sliding it in all the way. So I'm just going to seal the seams and call it a day. And if there's air leaks, I honestly don't care because that pump is so freaking strong that it doesn't matter if air is leaking. I'm just gluing these together so it doesn't blow apart. Video's good, no lag, good. That's good to hear. Hey, relax, yo. And then, of course, as soon as I say that, it literally flashed very, very bad connection across the screen. So, that's not good news. And, you know, I get horrible connection in the basement, too. So, I need to set up that router, like, or that Wi-Fi extender, like, now. Oh, maybe I should have did that, but no, I need to get this. I got 5 tanks full of water sitting on that rack with no filtration. So I need to get this up and running. I mean, there's nothing in them, but I want them to cycle. And I need to get some water movement before they get stagnant and that water gets nasty. That's crazy. That's $20 donation for Nisi. She's gonna be psyched. We're 1/5 of the way there, and she doesn't even know about it yet. Maybe I should have made the goal higher. But she's not even gonna get $100 of it. The GoFundMe takes 7.9% plus 30 cents for every donation. So actually, the fact that you made a really big donation instead of a couple little ones means she'll get more money, because they only took, so she'll, out of that donation, they'll take 30 cents. Well, so what is I love doing math live apparently, but 7.9% of $20 would be 40 something. But so it'd be $1.40 plus the 30 cents, $1, probably $1. So it'd be almost, let's just round up and say that Nisi's gonna get $18 from that $20 donation, and GoFundMe is gonna take approximately $2. And I am taking none of it. I just wanted to set it up because I think she does a great. Very bad connection. I love the idea for Nisi, but I think 100 is not enough. I will donate, and before you know it, 100 will be done tonight. She wanted that new tank, and I don't remember how big it was she wanted. I can't change it right now, unfortunately. But I didn't realize it would be so big. You know, it was just a quick idea in my head, and I was like, what's 100? You know, if I put 1,000 in there, that you know, it would raise $20 and then she wouldn't get anything. I figured with 100 that was actually a reasonable goal, or it actually might meet its goal. So that's the reason it's so low, because I could be wrong, but I'm under the impression with GoFundMe that if you don't reach your goal, you don't get anything. But with the GoFundMe, you can go over your goal, I'm pretty sure. So the fact that the goal's only 100 doesn't mean we can't raise more. I mean, if someone goes in there and donates $200, it'll say the goal's reached, but I think it still stays open. Unless I'm getting, no, I could be getting Kickstarter and GoFundMe all confused. I don't know. I've never used GoFundMe before. So this is about dry. Wow, 43 minutes already, and all I've done is hot glued this together and show some of you people my big mistake. Alright, let's get in the basement. What am I going to need down there? I'm going to need the hot glue gun. More hot glue. Oh, I only have one hot glue stick left. That's super bad news. It's incredibly bad news. Did I hot glue both caps on? I did. So I need to grab these. And what else should I grab? I think that's it. Oh, the drill. I need the drill and the drill bit, which is in this bag with the elbows, I think. Yep. So might as well just grab that. That was a great view, guys, wasn't it? I'm sorry, I got a lot of stuff I'm carrying. Probably should have done this in 2 trips. Now I got this long trail of PVC behind me. Perfect. I didn't want to slam the door, and I didn't. Now I want to trip over this bag, and I didn't. Oh, but I hit my PVC on something. Maybe I should turn this light on. Shouldn't just leave it on. That's why I said I want this motion detector for the basement light, because pretty much 80% of the time I'm coming down these stairs or back up them, my hands are full. So it'd be extremely convenient, like the rest of my basement, that just turns on when it senses me and then turns off 3 minutes after it doesn't sense anything. But here we're in the shrimp room. I'll flip you around in a minute. Plug it in the hot glue gun so it stays hot. And it can probably just hang, I guess. And it's just gonna hang there. Flip the camera around. You guys don't have to see my ugly mug anymore. But, oh no, see, I just knocked some of this plant in. I need to find something better to do with these. I need to get some suction cups or something. But this is this Panthros, or pothos plant. This fell in the tank too. Oh no, and it's not, it can't, only the roots can grow. The roots can grow completely hydroponically, is what I'm trying to say here. But the plant can't be in the water. So basically, like, that is ideal, because the roots are going to grow down behind the plant. And then this is called Devil's Ivory, so it grows like a vine. So right now I'm just trying to get these guys to get longer, get more roots before I get a permanent spot for them. But I'm hoping I could just grow it all around the whole fish room and just have that ivy everywhere. But basically right here, there's my old system. And there's the bleed that I got to take off and put on the new one. And there's the air intake I got to cut off and put on the new one. I need to get these screws out, which isn't going to be easy with these tanks in the way. And then I need to mount, the new one is going to mount across the top of here, the horseshoe down there, and then come across the top under here and behind this piece. And then I have these valves that I was talking about, so it takes 2 inputs, one from each side, and then there's 4 outputs that I can control. These 4 tanks, and then I have one for these 4 tanks. And then it's going to be weird because there's 5 tanks and 5 tanks. I think I'm actually only probably going to be able to fit 4 on the bottom shelf because of this board is going to be in the way. We'll see. I don't know. So with 5 up here, I have that extra one that I'm probably just going to have to buy, like a 1 gang valve and put on there. I'll probably still put a set of 4 on it, but only one will be used for now. But cool. So basically I'm going to get started by taking these off first, because I need those to mount the new one. So where do you guys want to be? I'll get this stool here. These I bought on Amazon. They're 5 milliliter things, because I always break those glass ones that the API test kits come with. And these are plastic, and they're graduated too. They have the 5 millimeter, each millimeter marking on them, so they're very awesome. Super happy about that. I also realized that my salty shrimp, when I went to Shrimp Fever, I told him that I was mixing my salty shrimp for my Caridina shrimp and my Tybes at 130, and he said for salty shrimp that's too much because it's too clean of a mineral. So then I was like, okay. I got home and I measured my GH, because before I was just using it based on TDS. I didn't actually measure my GH or KH on it. But I measured the GH, and the GH was at like 10 or 11, which was crazy high. So I did put my made a mix of our water and my salty shrimp, and got it to 100 TDS, just like Tommy Lamb said, and it was perfect at 6 GH, 0 KH. So it was awesome. What am I looking for? The drill. I didn't bring the drill down with me, did I? Yes, I did. I threw it on the paddle paper. Alright, so let's see if these tanks get in my way too much or what. I'm hoping or what. I also bought 6 new lights, so basically it's going to be perfect. And plus this tank, this is a leaker. I think it's just leaking from the bulkhead though, but I could be wrong. There's water down here. I don't know, like I said, I was just going for it with them. So out of the 6 tanks that I filled up from Rob, just on a whim, I got 1 leaker, this guy. So I'm going to have to do something about that one. But let's get this airline down. Oh yeah, see? It's not going to want to come down easy. It's going to make me want to put a drill in the fish tank. I don't want to put my drill in the fish tank. Who wants to put the drill in the fish tank? No one. Oh no. Okay. So now we have a problem. Now I have to see if I can get this out by hand. And that's going to take an incredibly long time. Who uses hand tools anymore? Oh, no one is in there way too tight. So it appears I'm going to have to go get my bolt cutters. I'm just going to cut the screws. So I will be back in a moment, and it's going to seem like overkill because the bolt cutters are pretty big for those screws. I'm back with the bolt cutters. Try not to knock you guys over. You're right in the doorway again. Let's cut this screw. I haven't done this since I got out of prison. I'm just kidding. I'm trying not to cut the copper. And only get the screw. Oh man, I think I did it. Was I able to do it? Yeah. I'm impressed. I got the screw without cutting the copper. I don't know where the screw went. I hope not in one of the tanks. Let's see if I can do that again. Did it twice. That's pretty good. So now this can come down. I know you guys can't really see what I'm doing and you're staring at my back, but soon these screws will be off. And then you'll be able to see what I'm doing. Oh, I got the copper on that one, but I didn't cut through. So basically here's the piece. I'm going to flip you around so I can see what you guys are looking at. I always use the wrong side of the camera. Okay, so basically, oh, tripod going like that. Get them legs even. Okay, so basically here's the little copper clamp that I was trying to get off. And I got it off with just cutting the screws and not the copper. And it was on there pretty tight. So I need to do that again. And that went over there because I like these bolt cutters. That's even easier than using the drill. As long as I don't got the copper piece. Maybe not. Now it's being a pain. Beautiful. Copper pieces were salvaged. Both full. Just gonna check the comments here. Everyone's saying hi. Posted the GoFundMe link on my Facebook, Instagram, and on my last video, Roma, to help you out. Awesome. It's not to help me out, it's to help out Nisi. None of that's going to me. I don't want credit for any of it. I just was the first person to think of it. Probably not even the first person to think of it. I'm just the first person that actually did it. So, now here's my old PVC manifolds. Coming down. Do not, just because you see, if I turn off the bubbles, the shrimp can freely swim into those holes. And that's why I want to turn the system off for as slow a time as possible. I just did a, oh, look at my, it's a good shot here. My orange eye red ghost and the Subwassertang. They're loving life. They're doing really well. Still haven't lost any. Except for, like I said, the one that came in the bag. But that was taken care of by Joe Chang's excellent customer service. But, alright. So, let's get back to the airline build. So this piece I need to cut off when I'm ready, but I want to get it mounted first. So I'm actually going to move that a little bit back, and then maybe I'll zoom you in. Not that close. Right, probably there. And that way you're not directly in the doorway anymore. And I could get past. So I need that elbow and the 2 pieces of PVC. Oh man, I'm afraid this thing's just gonna blow apart from this pump. I really wish these staples stayed in, because that would make my life so much easier. But they're not gonna. I know this isn't gonna hold forever. No, not even 2 minutes. Not even 10 seconds. Alright, I'm getting the elbow in. I gotta stop messing around here. I can't be up all night. The live stream's already going on an hour. Okay, so this piece, let's go in here. See, there's no room in here, guys. You look at a room and you're like, oh, there's plenty of space for 20 tanks. I could easily fit that in there. But you don't think about having to maneuver everything around in that little space to get it set up. Okay, so this one's going to go up on top. Bottom one in. And again, you guys can't see anything. I'm sorry. Wow. I was going to say that's really low, but then I realized it's not mounted yet. I was like, wow, my measurements were really off. But now I'm worried it's not going to line up. Oh, stay up there. Stay up there. Okay. You stay there. Stay there. So now I need to hot glue over there. How am I going to do that? I know I'm going to steal this extension cord from the radiator. And that's how I'm going to do that. Because that is the quick, easy fix. Bada boom, bada bing. Cord's long enough now. Okay, one glued. Pulling out the last glue stick. Last glue stick's going in the gun. Why am I always running out of glue? Seems like a repeating topic here on the RomaAquatics network. Watch as Chris Roma runs out of glue. Today only. Hey 7 of you. I don't know which 7 you're here. Someone's messaging me. Oh, cool. Alright, so Chuck T, hey. So here's some bad news. You see that? Another one. Another one. All dead, gorgeous blue Moscows. The one was about to pop back there. I was thinking about squeezing her. I might be able to save the babies. I don't think that works though. But she's huge. But that's the big mistake. I double medicated. Accidentally double medicated, and that's bad news bears. Bad news bears. Yeah, it's horrible, horrible, horrible. So you're a pipe fitter by trade, really? Oh, I do not envy that at all. Actually, it's not horrible work. It could be fun. It's just not good in tight spaces. If you're like doing it in warehouses and stuff. Is my fly open? Ah, my fly's been down this whole time. No one told me. That's the worst. Live on YouTube. Chris Roma flashes everyone. Alright, I'm going to get this up. Problem is I only have 2 mounts right now unless I threw the extra ones around here somewhere. I've been looking everywhere. I had a whole bag of them. I only used 4. And I don't know where I put the other ones. I don't know where I put the rest of them. But we'll see how we do. Nice. Hit a stud. I had a feeling the stud was there because of that cut in the wood there. And that was correct. Oh man, it's gonna be more difficult than I planned. Oh man, Joey from the King of DIY. Not joking. When he says when you say do it yourself, it doesn't mean do it by yourself. Totally different meaning. That's good. That'll stay. It's not nearly far over enough as I wanted it to be though. Maybe I'll run these tanks from the bottom one, I think. Oh, I gotta run them both. I guess that's gonna have to do then. They're only airlines, but I wish they were a little bit tough. You're not by yourself, we're watching. Yay! That makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Yeah, go higher. That's where I want you to be, up there. Which means you're getting mounted right here. Is that even gonna work? It's gonna have to. I'm gonna have to finagle that into place because this 2x4 is not thick enough. Are you guys suing Home Depot? Because their 2x4s are actually only 1.5 by 3.5, and their 4x4s are only 3.5 by 3.5. The same way it's been for like ever. But apparently someone's mad about it, and Home Depot is getting sued. That'll work. That'll do, pig. That'll do. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this build tonight, guys. But I need to get these tanks running. Alright. Secure as it's gonna get for 2 clamps, I guess. Internet robotic hands. Just read the reply about the fish play. Just read your reply about the fish place. Did you see the Pisto long word triple reds? I don't know what those are. I wonder which troll disliked this stream. Oh, I got a dislike. The worst. But that's okay. I was pretty boring, so I'm not judging whoever did that. I was just kind of rambling about PVC and stuff for a little bit. He said, there's babies. I'm going to have to check them out. Check out your babies. Oh yeah, you said you sell to them. Oh, that's the best. I forgot that you said that, but it just came back. I should have checked them out. Okay, so this looks good. Uh-oh. They got... Uh-oh. Alright. That shouldn't be an issue. Alright, that's not an issue. We're good. Maybe it's good I only put 2 mounts on because it's a little bit flexible now. So, we're to the point... Oh wait, no, I should hook up all these airlines from their manton filters to here. It doesn't matter what order I do that in though. Because once I disconnect the airline, I need to cut both ends off and get it on those ends. Hot glue them. Move the airlines from there to there. And then get them plugged in. And turn all the air on. And hopefully it works. What's the next step? I guess I need my PVC cutters. I need more of my valves. I need the airline tubing, which I thought was here. Scissors. Alright, I'll be back in 2 seconds. Pumpkin shrimp while you wait. I'm back. I'm back. Ow. I just stepped on one of those screws that I cut. That'll teach me to just walk around barefoot after I use bolt cutters. Okay, so these are, that's the airlines I'm using, Air. They were cheap on Amazon. I bought like, I think they were $2.50 each as an add-on item. So I just bought $25 worth of them. I got like a whole box of them. But I figure I'll use them eventually for $2.50. That's cheap. So I stocked up. And then I thought if I don't like them, Amazon's return policy is great, so they'd always just take them back. Oh, this is going on this shelf. What am I doing? And right now I'm just screwing the valves onto the shelf here. Alright, cool. Alright, so that's set up. Man, I'm so nervous. So nervous, I gotta cut the airline. Okay. So, I'm not gonna cut the airline first. I'm gonna move the tanks over one by one to where they need to be while the air's on, so I don't get confused as to which tank is which. So the cherry shrimp, bear with me a minute guys. Oh yeah, these plants are all going to have to move. I don't know why I wasted my time setting them up today. Oh, you went down. Alright, let's try to reposition you so you can see what I was actually doing. Moving this light out. And then this light isn't even plugged in anymore. So that can get out of here. It's just taking up space. I thought I'd use it, but there's no need. It'd be overkill. Shelves are like the perfect, it's like they were built for 10 gallons and a light, because you can't fit anything else. If you have a normal aquarium light and a 10 gallon tank. So that's going back up. So you try to prep, I ended up just wasting time because I had to take that down and put it back up again anyway. Oh man, did I break it? I think I broke it. Nope, I didn't break it. Sounded like I broke it. That's awesome. Okay, so I need to reach way the hell back here and grab the cherry shrimp line. Put that on number one. Now I'm just going to let all the airlines hang in the front here. I need to make sure these are all the way open. Actually, I'm just going to take the caps right off of them. That way I know they're wide open, and then I can put it back on, and that way I don't blow away my shrimp if the pump's crazy strong. Two-handed. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Still no Nisi showing up, huh? That's so weird. What's that guy on the screen babbling about? Who knows? Right? Talking about unscrewing these little pin things so that the air can just blow out of these so that I don't blow away my shrimp. You know what I'm talking about. Alright, so that stops the Taiwan bee tank. Please none of you shrimpies crawl in there. Don't crawl in there. Do not go back there. I should have lowered the water level at least on the Taiwan bee tank while I was doing this. That's my bad. I just have to try to keep an eye and shoo them away from it. Not the one I'm looking for. Why don't I just unplug all these, because I gotta... Gotta reach back here and grab it anyway. Might as well just unplug it. Oh man, I love these Manton filters at first because of the biological filtration and just like the low maintenance, but the fact that I keep the water level low so that they can crawl in there scares me, which is why I bought the new pump system, which is why I can keep the water level lower so that the shrimp don't crawl in there, so I don't have to be scared and nervous all the time. That is the plan. Okay, all the plants up. Take round one done. Stop tanks down on the lower level. Get the light out of the way. The other light's in the way. Doesn't even fit in there, it's so tight. Who makes a fish room this small? Who does that? What are you caught on? Of course, the silly useless light that shouldn't even be in this room anymore. That's what it's caught on. Why wouldn't it be caught on that? Let's try not to tie all these airlines in knots, because that'll just be more work later. Let's do it the right way now. Some of these airlines are way too long too. I'm going to have to trim them down. But right now the goal is to get this back up and pumping air as quick as possible and then go to bed. That's the goal. Not worry about shortening the lines tomorrow. And the worst thing ever would be if the pump didn't work. I guess not. I can still use my old pump, so I guess that wouldn't be that bad. Okay, that's in place. I just need to run wires from the new one to these guys. not wires, airline. Where's my airline? This airline. Alright, now what do I need? So this is what you buy. It's way cheaper. It's like 80 bucks for 500 feet. I don't even think it was that much. I don't even remember how much it was, but it was way cheaper. This is the thick stuff too, not the easy bend stuff. Go on. From there, your slack. Of course, my scissors are broken, really. Use it knife style then. Do what I gotta do. Alright, I don't want to tangle this light, but it's just how it's gonna be for now. I want that one on this end. Right there. There. Did you see what I mean? How I only have 2 of these coming from the airline over here, and that has to power this whole row. Even though it gets split over here into 4, it's still essentially all that air has to come through the airline. But I think it's got plenty of air. I think that'll be plenty. Alright, so those 2 are hooked up. Let's do this. Try to get the light back on here if I can, but all this airline tubing is going to be in the way, so I'll just use the airline tubing to help pull the light. Oh, that's a bad idea. Oh man. Oh, there's a rock on the cord. It gives me a little more play. Oh, that was exactly what I needed. Smooth the rock, silly. That's all you gotta do. Smooth the rock. And how about this one? That one went in a lot easier. But like I said, those lights are these are getting replaced. Because I have other ones that are going to mount easier and nicer. I bought 6 of them on Amazon. But so this is what I just hooked up there. Is they have these airline valves all running my mat and filters on both of there. They run over to that connection. So right now you can hear my other airline just pumping air out. I need to cut. So I'm going to flip around. I need to cut right there. I'm going to cut. And down there, I'm going to cut the bleed valve. Later, bookshelf. See, Cat's Aquatics, what's up? So I'm going to get the PVC cutters, but I'm going to go unplug the pump first, which happens to be all the way in the back. Over here. If I pull this plug, because I actually haven't wired up. The fish room to the fish room just got new power, those quads up there, but I didn't wire that pump up to it yet. So now would be a good time to do that. But guys, I just got my 15% battery warning. So I'm going to say goodbye now. And then in like 2 minutes or 3 minutes, I'm probably gonna have to end the stream to make sure that it doesn't mess up. But that sucks. But basically, I'm pretty much done here anyway. I'm gonna try to get done. I'm gonna move fast. So my PVC cutters, I wanted to move fast anyway. I don't know why I was being so pokey. Okay, so I cut the bleed valve off right on the other side. Air intake line. See what I mean by this being quicker than having to mess around? Just cut it off, put it back on. Old airline. I'll keep that around probably to get all those air tabs off of there. But for now they're going away. Maybe not, because I like the nice cleaner look of having all 4 of them right by the tank, which is why I'm going for that, because I hated to have to reach over here to control the airline for a tank over here. I'd have to reach and barely have to see. So now it's nice because all the air is going to be right in front of the tanks, right in front of the tanks that need them. Alright, so let's get this on. This is the air input line that comes from the pump. And it's going to fill the PVC. Is the plan. Funny bone. Funny bone's not coming at all. Okay, bleed valve, ball valve, open. So when I turn the pump on, it doesn't just blow everything apart. And these 2 holes over here, I still gotta hook up the top ones over there. So I need more of this. Forgot about that. Now there's more than 1 row. My scissors broke, of course. So we gotta use scissors by holding them like a knife. Pulling it. People still here, guys. Thank you for sticking around with me. I'm going to try to finish this build before the end of the stream. And I will consider that an accomplishment. But still got to get the pump, plug it in on the other side. Actually, that's not that much work. It seems like a lot of work, but it's really not. Basically, this is the last thing I gotta plug in, and I just gotta go switch the pumps. We're done. If everything doesn't blow up. But all right, so I'll take you with me to get the new pump. It's upstairs on the table since the live stream yesterday. Still 7%. I have a linear in the basement and use a remote key fob on-off switch. Oh, that's awesome. That's super cool. This is a linear. Paid way too much for it. Coral Life SL65. Paid $80 for it. It's on Amazon for $65, but I needed it. So, plus it's nice to support the local businesses, especially a place like the Fish Place, because they're awesome. So I don't mind throwing a little extra money for something to go help a local business out like that, especially when they're helping me out, because if they weren't around, I'd still be waiting and this pump would be in the mail still. Ooh, unboxing. The Coral Life SL65 comes with instruction manual. little hose. Manifold for the input and output from 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch. Ooh, that's fancy. Wasn't expecting that. A metal gang valve 4-way that apparently screws directly onto the output of the pump to split it into 4 right off the bat. So, worst case scenario, if my PVC pump splits blow apart, there's my 4 outputs without the PVC. I just don't get my new tanks up, which was kind of the goal, but not. So here's the pump, linear piston pump. We're gonna die. We're gonna die, but I'm gonna get this up before we die. No, we're not. It's at 2%. There's no way I'm gonna get this done. There's no way I'm gonna get this done, but I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna take you, because then it's gonna slow me down crawling. But I'm gonna run back there, and switch the pump out, plug it in, and we should be blowing air. Can I do it? I'm back behind the wall. I'm behind the wall. If you're still there, if you're still on and not dead, I'm switching the line now. Plug it into the new one. Plug it into the new one. Alright, finding where it's plugged into the electrical. It's plugged into the electrical in the fish room. Oh man, I gotta plug it. Scrubbing the hole through. You can shove the hole through the cord. Coming back. You guys still there? You still there? Oh, you're still here. That's awesome. I just gotta plug it in. Where's the plug? Where's the plug? I just shoved it through the hole.